Good morning, my fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Living the Grand Adventure. My name is Kevin. This is day 3 of my excursion into Shawnee State Forest. I'm hiking for 46 Climbs, which is a charity organization that will be donating all funds to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. This is my 46 Climbs backpacking trip. Anyway, last night was pretty decent. I got in here. I told you guys good night pretty much right after I got in here and got set up. Had dinner. I actually had a little bit of signal, was able to call the family and talk to them for a couple hours just while I was doing miscellaneous things and as I laid down in the tent. Once I got in the tent, I was going to treat a couple of spots that I got scratches on from thorn bushes. If you remember, I climbed over the one log and actually scraped my leg. I was going to treat that, put some antibiotic cream on it, use alcohol pad, things like that, clean those wounds up. I was able to do it with water because unfortunately somewhere along the way I have lost my first aid kit. That wouldn't be detrimental to the trip because I was even talking to Jenny last night before I found this out. I was planning on going ahead and finishing doing the North Loop today. Unfortunately I won't be able to do that. I do have to bail because I did lose my first aid kit and it contains medicine that I do have to take every day. Otherwise it's detrimental to my health. So without that medicine, I do have to leave. Unfortunately, I have to head home today, but that's okay. Will be able to complete the first leg of this area. I did the South Loop. This is the end of it right here. I've got about 6 miles back to the car, roughly, give or take. It is a beautiful morning, guys. Sky is blue. The sun is out. Not many clouds in the sky that I can see from my vantage point here. This is Site 3, guys. It's a pretty nice site. Got a fire ring here, and there's another small one back over here. So not too bad as far as a campsite. My only complaint is, if you can see right over there, that's a road, and it is very busy. In fact, I heard cars all night long. So that kind of stinks. That's the one drawback. It's a real nice site. If you don't mind being closer to a road and hearing car traffic, it's cool, but it is kind of noisy, especially at night when you're trying to sleep. And it wasn't just so much cars going up down there. That really wasn't the bother. There's semis, big trucks that go down through here, and like the coal type trucks or dump trucks go down through here too. I guess this is a main throughway in this area, and they're loud. And there's a hill right over here out this direction. And you can hear them coming up that hill, and they're revving their engines, and it's extremely loud. So that was kind of disheartening at night as well. But anyway, all I've got really left to do is finish packing. I've got to get my bear line down. I did hang it up a little bit over here. More in this area, more like a critter line. Don't want mice or squirrels or something to get into the bag, so that's why it's up there now. I'm not really worried about bears in southern Ohio. But I always just hang it, just so I don't have to worry about that. Don't want them coming in my tent and eating my tent, much less getting my food. But I'm going to get that down. I've got some breakfast in there. I'm going to eat that real quick, and then we'll be on trail, heading back to the car, guys. Well, guys, we're back on trail now, heading over towards the car. Unfortunately, I'll be following white blazes now. This is what they call the day hike loop, but it's also the northern end of the southern loop. So that's what I'm doing today. Kind of neat. 2 nights on the southern loop, Yesterday for me, I think, was an accomplishment. Like I said, we're out here for 46 climbs and I'm enjoying it. It's a beautiful day now. The only thing I really have to complain about so far is the fact my shoes are still wet. Not soaked, but I did have a clean pair of dry socks put on, and that seems to have helped. I did have to put some Molly skin over an area on my right foot. It's the same place I always get a blister. It's on the back of my heel on the inside. I think I even mentioned it yesterday. I thought I was getting a blister. And sure enough, it's there. It's not super bad, but it started. So I went ahead and covered it, and I'm hoping I can get out of here without a severe blister. Should be. That Molly skin seems to work the trick. But we're gonna make our way to the car, see what we see. So far it's pretty rocky. If you notice right through here. I will probably be moving a little bit slower today, especially on these uphills. My legs are still very tense. I've tried to stretch them out and work them out a little bit this morning. It's helped some, but yeah, not great. Well, not to be outdone, here at Shawnee, this trail is a little bit more difficult than I was anticipating, but that's due to the idea. I passed a sign back here that said attention hikers, and it showed that there was a basically what they called a landslip, which I would consider a landslide, whatever. And I'm having to be rerouted. I'm following these orange ribbons now, and that kind of stinks because this has been very rocky. If you notice, all through there and over in here, very treacherous. And at least it's not as wet as it was yesterday, so everything's not super slick. But yeah, this has been kind of rough going, especially on sore legs. My legs are kind of coming back. They're not quite as sore now, not stiff, but it's taken, the half mile going up this basically mess. I mean, even through here, a lot of rocks and stuff. I mean, this is kind of fun, something new that I've not done in a while. But you definitely have to watch your feet on these rocks because they do have moss and such on them. So they could be very, very slick. And they're not seated well down into the ground either. I've noticed a couple of them rocking on me. Come to this point, I'm trying to find the next orange ribbon here. Because, of course, there is no well-developed trail because it's all rocks. So it's very hard to see. I don't know how recent this was. Here's one, okay. But it feels like it was kind of recent that this actually occurred. Because I've even noticed they've come through and cut down smaller trees that may have been blocking the path. I don't know if, see, that one's even cut down there. Which I understand they cut that one down and it has a ribbon on it, but I'd assume that this is the way I'm going. Yeah, it looks like a little bit more developed trail there. Oh, nice little rock scramble there. That was kind of fun. Not so much vertical, but a lot of stepping over rocks. And the spiders return. But yeah, just be aware if you come out here and you want to do the day hike area. It's been rerouted, and it's definitely not a piece of cake. And just like I figured, guys, there is a sign right here. Due to hillside slip, a portion of the White Blaze Trail is not visible. Please follow the orange ribbons across the slip to the white trail. Thank you, Shawnee State Forest. Division of Forestry. So I actually cleared that out. If you notice, the trail now goes up this way. There's a white blaze there. That would be the original trail. They took you up around this slip. And yeah, it was a little treacherous, a little bit more difficult than probably what that was. Because if you notice, this is what the trail looks like going forward. Pretty open, not quite so hard. So be aware that if you do come out here and you're talking about doing this area, the White Blaze Trail, you do have that area to worry about. Wasn't too bad, just had to watch my feeding, especially being a little sore. My legs aren't as steady as they were, like say yesterday. But yeah, that's fine. Got through it, good to go. We'll take off and see what we can do on this trail, and hopefully we won't have another reroute. That probably did add anywhere from a quarter to half mile, maybe even a little bit more. I'll factor that out. I've actually got Gaia running today. We're going to try that out today, see, because like I said, All Trails is not working the greatest for me, so I figure I'm gonna try this Gaia and we'll see what it does. If you're thinking about coming out here and doing this day hike loop, which is called the East Loop here at Shawnee, don't be fooled that it's not difficult. There are a number of elevations, and there's a lot of obstacles too. A lot of trees I've had to crawl across, a lot of rocks. Just to show you, there's a number of these. That's not too bad. It's not as bad as some of the inclines I did yesterday over on the actual backpacking trail, but that's still quite a bit of elevation. I'm getting ready to tackle it. So I've got about 160 feet elevation according to the topo map. I'll be up there. There's might be a small downhill, uphill, flat, and then I should descend down to the road, which you go across the road and should hike beside that little lake that we started out at over to the car. I'm right about the halfway point, a little bit over. I'd say I'm about 3 miles in. So I've got about 2 miles left, if that. But once I get these elevations over with, things should start getting a lot easier on me. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the car, a little bit of air conditioning. It's pretty warm today. I have a little bit of signal. It's actually in the mid 80s right now. Well, I think it's 83, so it's coming up on the mid 80s. Be mid 80s by the time I get out of here. So it's pretty warm. The real feel is exactly the same. It's like 84, so 83 temperature, 84 at real feel. So there's not much humidity, so that helps. But I'm breaking a sweat. It's pretty cool. Another day of exercise, another day of hiking. Came up the incline. I'm almost flat now, if you can tell. Up on this ridge. It should have been the last hard push. Should be all decline from now. May have a small uphill over here, but nothing like what I just did. 160 feet isn't really that bad, but I'm just really kind of tired from yesterday. This is a nice area. Actually, this whole trail, after I got past the reroute there where they had that hill slide, has actually been a nice trail. I mean, a lot of inclines, declines, a lot more obstacles than the other trails I've been on, but still not too bad. And definitely a beautiful day. Nice bright blue sky, a few white clouds. Definitely a contrast from yesterday. This time yesterday I was still getting poured on. Rained for about 4 hours yesterday while I hiked. Coming into this now. Now I did see quite a bit of this yesterday on the other trail as well. Only difference was, see where this is like basically almost head length, it would have been all over. So even if I was drying off, like my shirt and my pants were drying off, when I'd walk through that, I'd get soaked again. So yeah, it's pretty easy walking right here. It's flat, not as many rocks as what I've seen, so that helps. Shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be getting out of here and completing this trip. So I'm exiting the trail now, heading down towards this road. We'll get over there, walk beside a pond slash lake. It's kind of a smaller lake, bigger pond. I'm not sure, I don't think I got it on video the first day. I did take pictures on Instagram. Once again, check out my Instagram and Facebook. Those will be up there. But we'll film it today, get a good look at it. I don't know if you can hear the cars now. I'm pretty close to the road. I think it's State Route 125, if I'm right. But heading over this direction, gonna get off the trail, come out of the woods right over here, across the road. This is Turkey Creek Lake. So we're gonna walk beside it over to the backpacking parking lot, overnight backpacking. I'm just gonna cross this field. There's supposed to be a little trail over here that runs along that lake. You notice, that is the road that I was camped next to last night. So yeah, definitely a lot of traffic over in there. Here's the lake. Oh yeah, it's been a pretty little last bit of the walk out of here, guys. As long as this hill isn't sheer. Not too bad. No worse than some of the inclines I've been doing. Just go down it, cross this parking lot, and we'll walk beside the lake over to the car, guys. Pretty awesome. Definitely been a fun trip. It's had its ups and downs. You know, the trail was definitely hard, and the rain yesterday made it even harder, and just being wet in general. And I've used muscles over the last 3 days that I forgot I had. But it's all right. Not feeling too bad. I would have expected to actually feel a little bit worse than I do now. Now, of course, once I get in the car, drive home 3 hours, I'll stiffen up, get kind of tight. Probably be sore the next couple of days. That's to be expected. But that's all part of challenging yourself to do something like this. And that's what I was looking to do. According to the map, there is a trail that goes on this right side of this lake. I'm hoping it's there. I'm not seeing anything right this second. Either direction would be fine, as long as I can get over to the car. It's only supposed to be 0.8 miles from here. Look at this lake, guys. It's actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Pretty awesome. I'm digging it. Didn't even realize there was a lake at Shawnee. You don't see that too much. I'm about done with the trail. Spilled me out into this meadow, kind of just cut grass. So I figure go ahead and take this opportunity with this nice vantage point behind me to thank 46 Climbs for the opportunity to come out here and do this for their charity and to raise a little bit of money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's been awesome. I love being able to come out and hike and actually raise money for a good charity. And this has been a privilege and an honor that I hope to do next year. I intend to. And just being able to complete the southern loop here at Shawnee has been kind of cool. Like I said, it has been a privilege to hike for 46 Climbs. So thank you guys at that organization, and I look forward to working with you next year and actually doing this again. Well, this is the easiest part of the trail I've done. This should take us right on over to the parking lot where the car is at. It looks like there's a little wooded area up here to the head of us, but other than that, like I said, we are pretty much done with this hike, which is really awesome. It's been fun, even with the ups and downs, and it's been nice to challenge myself on a much harder trail than I'm used to, and also, secondly, to actually hike a full day pretty much in the rain and wet. Yeah, granted, it didn't rain the whole day, but it rained enough that everything was soaked, and I'm still damp. So that was a challenge in and of itself. It is the end of the trail there. Just up over that road is the parking lot. So I've completed the southern loop here at Shawnee State Forest. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell. Like the video so other people can see it, because it does increase the chances of it being viewed on YouTube. And share it with people who you think may actually enjoy the video itself. And if you have any questions or comments, hit that section up down below and I will get back to you as fast as possible. Thank you for watching Living the Grand Adventure. Me and my family definitely appreciate it. Guys, I'm definitely beat and done. It's been a great trip though. Thank you for watching again. Always remember to live your grand adventure to the fullest. I will see you on the trail in the next video. Until then, guys, take care.